I mean, that's why I think I got involved with well, it is 100% with the People's Kitchen, because of my experience. And I'd read about this, and we were going to do some work one Christmas. My husband said, "Oh, let's do some work." You know, we both daughters had left home. Well, meaning that they were working away, or another one was living away, and we just got involved with the People's Kitchen one Christmas, and then I realised, and I thought, crikey, the people who are in here, and what I've gone through, I could offer a little bit of support. And I think it's come through in a lot of the lads, certainly. I mean, I've sat up in the RVI waiting for being admitted up to the psychiatric unit at Morpeth. And I've rang them, and they've come out and they've said, "Oh, you want, Carol?" And I said, "No, you don't owe us anything." They'll say, "Carol, why do you do this?" And you've got some understanding. And I'll just say, "Well, sit down, I'll tell you my story." And they'll say, "That's it. You've been through it." But and I'll say, not as bad as yous. I was never an alcoholic. Yes, I had a problem with drinking. And I was on prescribed medication that I was addicted to. But I can sympathise a little bit, if that's what you want, sympathy or understanding. I can. And that helps, I think.
Tell me about the People's Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me where it is. I know I'm here at the moment, but...
Yes. The People's Kitchen actually is 56 Bath Lane. And it's next to... What we say to people if they're saying, you know, "Where's Bath Lane?" We'll say, "Follow the blue star." And we're next to the brewery. I often say to the lads, "I've got a pipe leading from the brewery into the office." And we've been in this building here was the old Christian Science Church. And we've been in here since November 1997. Previous to that, we were in Blenheim Street. And if you got 40 people in Blenheim Street, you were cramped. But in here, we're actually catering. Each night we're open, which is Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday, for between 80 and 100 people. We also work outside on a Sunday morning. And we go into Eldon Square and we take the breakfast out. Hot breakfast, porridge and cereals and everything that we get given from Boots and Marks and Spencer's is given back to them. From there we move up into the west end of Newcastle to Summerhill Park, and then we go to Elsick Cemetery, and that's where the alcoholics are. We go to them. That's their place, and we go there to them. And on a Monday night we work down in Dean Street. It's under the railway arches behind Surtees Hotel, and we're there from 9 until about 10:30 at night. And they get a soup and lots of things to take away.
Who uses the People's Kitchen and all of these other places?
Well, I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's all for the homeless," but I'm sure everybody knows that the homeless, when people say, "Oh, there's 2,000 plus or 3,000 plus homeless people in Newcastle," they're not actually living on the streets. They can be living in hostels or bed and breakfast. Those are classed as homeless people. So
places like Westmoreland.
Yeah, the Westmoreland hostels, Cyrenians, they're all hostels. And we get a lot of people coming down from them. We've actually got about 7 people that are sleeping rough under the bus concourse, down in the quayside in old warehouses, underneath the library. But they actually sleep out through choice. They don't seem to be able to cope with being inside for any length of time and people telling them what to do and that. A lot of people here are mental health problems. A lot of young people at the moment, because at Bath Lane, just up from us are 4 council-run emergency housing, and they're blocks of flats, and it's a great number of young people in there, and they come down and use the kitchen. People who are lonely, people who don't really have that much money. But anyone's welcome in the People's Kitchen. No questions asked. Anyone's.
Men and women.
Men, women, yeah. Anyone, even dogs. We're not allowed them really. But
There was a little dog having
yes,
good scratches, I can hear.
yes, there was. We've got 3 areas to the People's Kitchen: the food area, then a quiet area, then the one near the door, and we'll actually let them sit there.
Pooch is called.
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.